gentlemen, welcome back to the A and B conversation.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Brian. Now, how about week one? What do you think?
Okay, well, week one was very impressive. Did you see the Oakland-Denver game?
Oh my goodness. I was just, I picked Oakland last week.
Yeah, you did. I think I went with Denver, right?
Yeah, you went with Denver.
And the way they went out there and displayed that was a good game. I honestly said I didn't want to watch an Oakland-Denver game, but that was oh God, it was sorrow. It was horrible.
Yeah, it
was a good game as far as the way that Denver came about it, but gee, Christmas. Then you got the victory by the Cowboys. A lot of folks out there saying Cleveland didn't do anything, but I would have to say that's because Dallas didn't allow them to do anything.
Exactly.
So don't blame it on Cleveland, blame it on the Cowboys. The Ravens.
Yeah,
Ravens. I'm not going to say that. Now a lot of people tend to do this. They tend to say, "Man, did you see the defense? The defense was awesome. The defense was stopping them." There was never a problem with the Ravens' defense at all.
Exactly.
So it's never a time when you have to be like, "I was impressed by the defense." What we're looking for now is the impression coming from the offense.
Yeah.
And to say that I was impressed by Joe Flacco would be an understatement. I was really, he really had a great performance. He only threw 450 yards passing, but that was because he controlled the game though. They didn't want to overwhelm him with offensive plays. They let him control the game, short to intermediate passes, and he did very well.
Yeah, he did. I must say, but I talked to a buddy of mine who works at Dick's, right? And he was telling me after the game, that there were a bunch of Joe Flacco jerseys that were sold, and I think folks, it's a little too early to hop on the bandwagon.
Yeah,
a little too early. Yes, I was impressed too, but a little too early to hop on the bandwagon. Let's give this guy some time, and we shall see. Yeah. Now, let's move on to week two. But before we do that, Tom Brady, what do you think? Done for the season. Can Matt Castle lead this team to the promised land?
With the talent Matt Castle has around him, he could. He just has to get the ball to him. You got Randy Moss, who else out there, Lawrence Maroney. Just got to get the ball to those guys. Yeah. He doesn't have to overwhelm himself and try to do too much. Yeah. Now, if he had let the game come to him and just, hey, he find an open receiver, get the ball, hand the ball off, that's all he has to do. Yeah. Tom Brady was just that good that he was able to make things happen. Yeah. But Matt Castle, don't overwhelm yourself. Just go out there and play. I still think this team could go 8-8 now without Tom Brady.
8-8. A lot of people said that there's going to be a shift in that division as far as who's going to take over. Yeah. It's kind of hard to predict, but I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. They look good. I said it last week, folks. Seattle, done. Arizona or San Francisco, I'm really picking San Francisco. That was a good game they had. But as far as Seattle, they're out of the loop. Real quick, let's go over some games this week. Brought to you by The Instinct, NFL Mobile, Sprint. We're gonna start with Sunday's games. Okay, Chicago and Carolina. Who you like? Carolina.
You saw the victory they had.
Yeah, great victory. Last minute over the top-ranked defense last year. And Bears have a good defense. They stopped Peyton Manning. Carolina has a good offense. So
they got a running back by committee thing going on right now. Williams.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. I like Carolina a lot, but I'm gonna go with Chicago. I really like the run game displayed by them.
Ooh, yes. That kid, Matt Forte.
Yes, that's his name, Matt Forte. Now, Tennessee and Cincinnati.
Vince Young's out.
Yeah.
They're looking at they got Chris Sims practicing, and they're looking at talking about Doug Johnson as well at the QB position right now. Chris Johnson had a great game at running back.
Yeah, most definitely did.
I'm going to say I don't know, man.
Well, first of all, Carson Palmer's not going to allow what happened last week to happen 2 weeks in a row. Bad game. Tennessee does have a good defense, but I just can't see him doing that 2 weeks in a row. Chad Johnson will show up. They hasn't really let him change the jersey, but I'm going to call him Chad Ochocinco. Okay. So I'm looking for them to go ahead and be successful this week. I'm going to give the victory to the Bengals.
I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Bengals, too. Okay. They got to beef up that defensive line or something. I mean, They gave up, what, 102, almost 200 yards to the Ravens rushing.
Yeah.
200 rushing yards to the Ravens. They never, I don't know. They need to do that. And Chad Johnson, TJ Carson, they'll show up. I believe so. They'll show up. Chris Pryor has to get out the gates. Kenny Watson. They need to get the ball to UTEP. He's a great tight end. You know, he can open up things up down in the middle of the field. So I'm gonna go with Cincinnati as well.
Okay. Green Bay and Detroit.
Easy pick, Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay. Everybody knows I said the Falcons would not win the game this year. Detroit made a liar out of me. So, guess what? They lose again. Aaron Rodgers is the truth, like I've been saying, and he will prove it. Buffalo and Jacksonville. Jacksonville coming off that loss last week. Definitely looking to rebound. Buffalo's a good team, but I'm going to go with the Jaguars.
Go with the Jaguars.
That's my Super Bowl pick. So, I'm gonna go with them. You know, 0-1's a bad start, but hey, they were going against division rivals. Oakland and Kansas City.
Who wants to see an Oakland and Kansas City game?
This is a game, I feel, that unless you like these two teams, you'll go ahead and go out to take your wife out to dinner while this game is on.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe shoot some ball with your kids.
Right, catch the score on the ESPN track.
Yeah. Or, hey, if you're a wrestler fan, maybe watch Unforgiven, the highlights from Unforgiven last week.
That's it. But,
yeah.
I'm going to go with Oakland.
I'm going to go with Kansas City.
Okay.
Only because Oakland just looked so terrible last week. And I just feel like I don't know what they were doing. So I'm gonna go.
You know what? I might have to switch that pick. I'm gonna go with Kansas City.
Okay, now this is a good one. Indianapolis and Minnesota. Two teams coming off games in which everybody thought they was gonna win. Right. And Minnesota's home. So
I'm gonna take the Colts because I believe. Now, I'm not gonna. No, this is what I'm gonna say. The Minnesota defense is good. They don't allow pretty anybody to run on them too much anyway.
Right.
So you're not going to see Joseph Adai do too much, but you're going to see Peyton Manning come back into his own. You know, he did look a little uncomfortable last week in the pocket. Okay. You know, he was bothered by his little knee and everything, but look for him to tear up their secondary.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go with Peyton Manning because last week. Bad game. Same with Carson Palmer. Right. New York Giants, St. Louis Rams.
Giants.
Most definitely. That's not even worth talking about. No. You saw what happened to the Rams last week. Tortured. New Orleans and Washington. Should be a good game. In DC.
I'm thinking it's going to take maybe a couple more weeks before the Redskins get into the fold of things offensively because, this is Jason Campbell's, I believe it's his 7th offensive coordinator since he's been playing football on the college and NFL level.
Yeah.
So he's doing a lot of changes. He still had to come into the offense. And last week they looked terrible offense. They didn't look.
They looked like they were still playing preseason football.
Exactly.
I'm looking for Reggie Bush to have a good game.
Reggie Bush. I'm gonna go. Is Colston going to play?
No, Colston's out.
He's out. Well,
Reggie Bush probably be the slot receiver. But that's the only person in the NFL who they calculate all-purpose yards.
Yes.
That's the only person.
That's crazy.
Why? They break it down. Reggie Bush had 200 all-purpose yards, 150 passing yards, and 50 rushing yards.
Yes. No.
Hopefully, I want to see Reggie get to his 100-yard games. I know he can do it. Come on, Reggie. Give me some stats,
I'm
man.
going to go to Saints.
Saints?
I'm going to go to Saints. I don't think Reggie Bush will have too big of a game because that risk his defensive line is pretty good, even though Brandon Jacobs ate him up for 100 yards.
Let him get outside. He'll be all right. Yeah. Moving on. San Francisco and Seattle.
San Fran.
This is where everybody's gonna prove me right. San Francisco will win. They are in Seattle, but look for Seattle to start off 0-2.
I'm going with San Fran. I'm going to go with San Francisco. Yeah. They lost to the Cardinals, or did they beat the Cardinals?
They lost.
Yeah, they lost. But I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Yeah, I'm going with the Niners too. Atlanta Falcons and Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Garcia.
Well, he might not. No, he's not gonna play.
Right?
Brian Grease is gonna play.
This is a pretty good backup.
I got 2 words. Reality check. This is the reality check for the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, Michael Turner had 220 rushing yards.
Yeah, it was 10 yards.
Matt Ryan had a good game. But look, he had 300 passing yards? This is where Rondé Barber and Derek Brooks, veteran leadership, comes in. And I forgot that guy's name. Talib he's not going to be starstruck like he was doing. I might have his name wrong. Excuse me if I do. But he was a rookie cornerback. Say he was kind of starstruck when he got up there against Randy Moss in preseason. He won't be starstruck because, quite frankly, Atlanta has no stars.
They don't. Michael Jenkins had a good game last week, though.
Yeah, but he's not a star.
He's not a star.
He's more so his peer. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks too.
I'm gonna take the Bucks too.
This